Ruth Ella Moore was born on May 19, 1903, where she lived in Columbus, Ohio, with her mother, father, and two older brothers. Her mother, Margaret Moore, was a graduate from the Columbus State College of Art and Design, which was a huge inspiration for her, as she was always encouraged to pursue a college education. The encouragement from her mother was all the more important to Ruth, as she often faced discrimination and exclusion due to her gender and race. Specifically, during the time Ruth was going to college, very few universities were admitting African American students due to racist segregation laws, which limited Ruth's options to pursue her passion of becoming a scientist. Furthermore, being a woman made it even more difficult for her to be taken seriously within the male-dominated science community. Ruth overcame these barriers and was admitted to the Ohio State University, where she earned not one, not two, but 3 degrees, making her the first African American in the United States to earn a PhD in bacteriology. Following her remarkable achievements at OSU, Moore was granted a position as the head of the Department of Bacteriology at Howard University, making her the first female department chair at the institution. After earning the title of head of department, Ruth decided to change the name from bacteriology to microbiology, as she felt it was a more inclusive title for the rapidly growing field. As you may have guessed by her academic pursuits, Ruth Ella Moore was intrigued by the field of microbiology, which is the study of the biology of microscopic organisms, including viruses, bacteria, algae, and more. Specifically, Ruth was fascinated with the study of bacteria, which was a rare interest for any scientist at the time, as she was only one in 3 students to earn a PhD in bacteriology throughout her college career. Ruth's interest in bacteriology stemmed from her inner passion of protecting the health of individuals in her community. The Ohio State University did not have a college of public health during the early 1900s, so the research Ruth conducted within the microbiology department was essential for communicating important public health updates. Ruth combined her passions of public health and bacteriology and focused her studies on the immune system, blood type, tooth decay, and tuberculosis. Being an avid contributor to the field, Moore decided to join the American Society for Microbiology, which made her the first African American to join the committee. However, Jim Crow laws in the South made it difficult for her to attend the meetings considering the hotels were segregated. Despite these barriers, Ruth Ella Moore did not let the social climate dictate her dedication to the microbiology field, and she continued to attend these meetings and share her work in order to make a difference for those around her. Ruth Ella Moore's most notable contribution to the field of microbiology was her dissertation on the bacteriology of tuberculosis, which was the second leading cause of death at the time and was only known to be caused by the bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Testing positive for tuberculosis is surprisingly common, as nearly a quarter of the world's population is infected with the latent tuberculosis, meaning the Mycobacterium tuberculosis is present in their body, yet the bacteria does not mutate and can't spread to others. When Mycobacterium is both present in the body and mutating, tuberculosis disease symptoms occur and become contagious and potentially life-threatening. Ruth discovered that collecting samples of mucus that comes from deep in the lower airways and combining it with an inactive tuberculosis bacteria could help differentiate between those who were contagious with mutating tuberculosis disease and those who were experiencing a latent inactive tuberculosis infection. Sputum tests are now known to be the most efficient tuberculosis tests, which shows how foundational Ruth's research was. However, she was never formally given credit, which highlights another manifestation of misogyny and racism. Although she was never formally honored during the time she was alive, the U.S. House